Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome if you're new. Today we have more PlayStation VR2 news to go over and cover in this video, but before doing so, friendly reminder, if you enjoy my content and if you want to support the channel, then please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Only 16% of you guys are subscribed, that's a really small percentage, so let's try and get that to at least 20%. Also, do me a favor and hit that like button, and especially share the video out so that we reach more people. In that way, we'll have a better chance of at least getting a little bit closer to our monthly subscriber goal. Thank you so much for your support. Alright, let's talk PSVR2. Last week, I reported on the supposedly leaked release date of Wanderer the Fragments of Fate on PSVR2, and I told you guys that the French retailer called Just for Games Le Shop had listed the Nomad Edition, aka the physical version of Wanderer the Fragments of Fate, with the March 21st release date. Well, since then, things have changed. The release date has been updated to June 30th, and pre-orders are now live for €49.99. So if you live in Europe and if you want to secure your physical copy of Wanderer the Fragments of Fate, then make sure you place your order as soon as possible. You never know how many of those will be made. But that's not all. I also have another weird kinda funny story about Wanderer to share with you guys. Take a look at this. This is one of the comments on my last news videos that I put out last Friday, January 31st. And no, he's not lying. What he's saying is 100% true. Our friend Dennis has sent us these two images proving that, yeah, an early version of the game was released on the Australian PlayStation Store on January 31st by accident, and I still don't understand how this is even possible. I mean, a game with no release date got released and then removed almost immediately, like wow. What's going on here, guys? But anyways, before they delisted the game, our friend was able to purchase it, and he played it. We've seen some footage he shared on social media. I'm not gonna show you the footage here because I don't want to get into trouble, but all I can say, and this is not surprising at all, the game looks glorious. Seriously, Wanderer the Fragments of Fate has the potential to become the best looking game on PSVR 2. Now of course the version he played was an early version, so it was full of bugs, but everything should be fine at launch, and man, I cannot wait to get my hands on this game.
Wherever we go. That's it. Easy, right?
Developed and published by Stonebrick Studios, Cyube VR, a beautiful PSVR2 game that was released on March 16, 2024, one of the first PSVR2 games to become PS5 Pro enhanced, is now finally available on the Japanese store. I don't know how many of you guys live in Japan, but I thought I'd let you know. And speaking of Cyube VR, did you know that the game is available only on PSVR2 and PC VR? If so, have you ever wondered why it's not available on Quest? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward. Simply put, the developer doesn't want to quote-unquote destroy the graphics of his game for any platform, and he's referring to the MetaQuest platform here. I mean, I don't know if porting Cyube VR to Quest would be that problematic, but I always appreciate developers who do their best to push VR forward by prioritizing the more powerful platforms. The VR Game Showcase is back. I'm personally very excited for this showcase, and how can I not be when there is a 99.99% chance that this will be the event in which Flat2VR Studios finally reveal their biggest project yet. In addition to other surprises, of course, maybe something from nDreams, perhaps a new look at Tier 1 direct action. Either ways, the VR Game Showcase returns next month, so I guess we'll find out soon enough. Your business dream becomes reality. Dive into the world of supermarket management with Supermarket CEO Simulator VR. This unique virtual reality game allows you to become the CEO of your very own supermarket, growing it from a small shop into a massive retail chain. Developed and published by VR C4 Studios, Supermarket CEO Simulator VR is now available to wishlist on the PlayStation Store, and it's not just a game. It's an opportunity to try your hand at being a successful entrepreneur. Developing and managing your own supermarket in real time. Lift the curtain and start your journey to business greatness when Supermarket CEO Simulator VR launches on PSVR 2. About 2 months ago, I reported on a Bloomberg article that suggested that soon enough we will be able to purchase PSVR 2 Sense controllers separately, thanks to a deal between Sony and Apple to bring PSVR2 controller support to the super expensive Apple Vision Pro. But obviously, we're now in February and nothing has happened, so some people, understandably so, started to question whether there was a deal in the first place. Well, this week, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has doubled down on his initial report, and in his latest newsletter, he said that, quote unquote, all signs point to this project still being in development, and that he expects it to arrive in a Vision OS update later this year. Now, I don't think anyone here cares about the Apple Vision Pro, but I think the overwhelming majority certainly cares about buying controllers separately. I mean, how is that not possible yet? And why do we have to wait for Apple to make this a reality? Come on, Sony, get it together, would you? According to reputable insider Nate the Hate, a new PlayStation State of Play is happening as early as next week. Nate the Hate has a great track record when it comes to leaking PlayStation stuff, and the timing is right. Usually, I don't get excited for State of Plays, however, since Sony decided to stop doing showcases for some reason, the only place left for them to reveal new exciting stuff and give updates on previously announced games is the State of Play. So this could be big if true. I'm probably going to make a separate video on my personal predictions for this upcoming event, but for now I want you to let me know in the comments what do you want to see in the State of Play next week, if it is true of course. I want you to give me your wildest expectations and also your realistic expectations, and we'll see if we can discuss it all in our next video. The award-winning publisher nDreams announced back in September 2024 that it would lay off some employees as part of a restructuring program. This week, the publisher announced the closure of two internal studios, Orbital Studio and nDreams Studio. Yes, the same studio that gave us the excellent Synapse, which is very unfortunate. The publisher announced that they have retained 40 members from both teams, and they're now forming a new internal studio called Campus. Even this, I would not consider it good news because, according to the publisher, Campus will target VR's younger audience by quote-unquote rapidly prototyping games. Yeah, that does not seem exciting at all. So yeah, some very depressing news here. I was really looking forward to what nDreams Studio are doing next, but now the studio is gone forever and we'll never see anything from them again. This is why I tell you guys, if you like a video game, then make sure you show your support. No studio is safe these days. Anyways, let's move on now to something more exciting. PSVR2 Adventurers, your wait is finally over. The latest Ancient Dungeon VR update is now live, adding some highly requested features like online multiplayer, new alternate floors, new relics, new enemies, new bosses, as well as your typical dose of bug fixes and general improvements. Make no mistake, this is Ancient Dungeon's biggest update yet on PSVR2. So if you have the game installed on your PS5, make sure you try it out. Roses are red, get ready to shred. Toots of Love is now widespread. The Toots of Love free update is here for Trombone Champ. Expect new trombones and fresh songs rolling out through the month of February. This free update went live last Wednesday, February 5th, and it added a bunch of new trombones, some songs, and also a new environment. Flato VR promised us they would keep supporting the game during 2025, and it looks like they're keeping their word. This week, developer Mighty Coconut has dropped a new update for their excellent Walkabout minigolf on PSVR2. This free update added two new modes, a mini mode and a low gravity mode. Both are self-explanatory, I guess. One thing you should know though, these two new modes are currently only playable in Bogies, Bonanza, Laser Layer, and Venice. Still, these are absolutely fantastic modes, especially the mini mode, which changes the game entirely. So definitely check them out if you're a Walkabout minigolf player. Developed and published by Wired Productions, Dig VR is a digging simulator coming to PSVR2 on March 20th. The game features authentic and simplified controller schemes, a career mode campaign with options for serious and casual players. You can unlock new machinery and attachments, personalize your digger with paint and skins, and discover new items in Lost Treasure mode. This doesn't look that interesting to me, to be honest, but you guys let me know in the comments below if this is a game you're willing to try. And before closing off this video, I want to let you guys know that the physical version of Skydance's Behemoth is now available for purchase on Amazon for $39.99 USD. I also want to let you know that the PC adapter is now back in stock at PlayStation Direct in many regions. It's available in the US, UK, Germany, Canada, and many other regions. So depending on where you live, if you are looking to buy the official PSVR2 PC adapter and you can't seem to find it anywhere, make sure you check out PlayStation Direct. There is a very high chance you will find it in stock. And finally, I want to inform you that the PlayStation Indies sale is now live on the PlayStation Store, discounting the price of more than 50 PSVR2 indie games. Some of these are essentials, like Vampire the Masquerade Justice, Kayak VR Mirage, Breachers, and many more. Sale ends February 19th, so make sure you check it out. And that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you for watching, and remember, for more PSVR2 news, reviews, and discussions, make sure you stick with MBG.